Oh, you heard the news.
What's the news?
Hello and welcome to today's show on DBN Radio, straight out of worldwide with Audie B. Today is going to be an amazing show. And tonight we have got two amazing interviews. We've got a special guest who we were able to call end of last week and get an interview with him. It's Skenzo, so stick around till the end of the show. And we have also got NBHD Nick coming right up very soon, so stay tuned.
When we ain't waiting for you. Sorry, on my visa ain't got no limits. Not to 16 2.0.
And today we're going to be talking about touring and life on tour on this segment, and just about how, you know, as artists, everyone wants to be on tour, everyone wants to be sharing a special moment with the audience. Everyone, all the artists, you know, we want to be giving back, but then there's also other aspects that need to be taken into account, like emotional and physical well-being, as you know, touring and tour life is not an easy ride. So stick around. And here goes for the track of the week, a little throwback to a couple of years back, and the song made it big again on TikTok. Bella Porch used it. It's called M to the B by Millie B, and it's my song of the week, so let's have a listen, guys.
If you don't know me, I'm M to the B, coming in hard, you better watch it. Sophie, you think you're the only girl doing grime. M to the B, say step in line, coming in hard with my bars. Sophie Aspen is about to get bored. Read your bars off your iPhone 4. I don't do that shit, I do it hardcore. You got murked by little T, now you're getting murked by me. You shag bear lad, you're a little scat. Have you heard your bars? They're fucking pep, yeah, that's what they are. Now listen carefully to my sick bars, they scream my name like ya. Sophie, yeah, you're a little whore. Looking at the face, what the fuck's your contour? Do you want me to lend you a blender? I'm being serious, I'm not trying to offend you. Sophie, yeah, you should stick to singing, cause when you spit, my ears are ringing. How can you shag bear lads? Is your fanny not singing? I bet your fanny's fucking minging. So at your manky scowl's brow, M to the B is coming at you with a row. You're enough to turn all lads cam, you know that cause you're a fucking tramp. Repping around in your shit clothes like Josh said, what the fuck's that pose? Saying shit about people's mums, that's tight. Sophie asked me, do you want me a fat? Bet your blowies are fucking shat, that's what I said. All the boys say you give shit head, that's what I said, so what you gonna do? All the things you spit about aren't even true. Sophie asked me, little rat, I bet you riddled and Pop's got the clap. Sophie, yeah, you can't hurt me, you're like riddled with STDs. Fuck that shit, come be yours being you. You're an animal, you belong in the zoo, I'm sending for you, so what you gonna do? You bounce on next man's dick like a kangaroo. So, where do we go from here? If I send back, I'll throw you off the pier. I'm sending for you with no fear, so come on, so fuck the best you can give. Your bars are shit, so you may as well quit. You may as well quit, cause your bars are shit. Your bars are fake and my bars are real. Is it true you got bummed on a field? You think you're a chav with your string jacket? Turns over your spin off, what a fucking racket. What a fucking racket. We all know the best MC, it's M to the B, 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 bang. Sophie, you're not the only girl who can spit bars, I've just showed you how it's done. You said you're not going to send back, we'll see, won't we?
That was the song of the week, M to the B by Millie B. And now we're going to have a listen to some new tracks from up-and-coming artists. As usual, if you want to get the tracks, if you want to get the names of the tracks and a replay of them, it'll be up on my YouTube. Also, you can check in and tune into DBN Radio for the replay of those tracks, or just give me a DM, hit me up on DM on Instagram. And don't forget to give those up-and-coming artists a massive support and show them some love. We've got Blanco with the song Anakin, and right after that it's Too Shy Easy with That's My Name remix. And after that we have got, you need to stick around, amazing artists on the show tonight. NBHD Nick, straight out of the United States, and then an interview with Skenzo. You need to watch out for him. He's coming out straight out of Australia. We're going to have their interviews up tonight, so you need to stick around. See you after this.
Settling, peddling, KP resident. Half of the bros don't gelatin. Run Scooby-Doo, we're meddling. The sound for the box too deafening. 2 little horsepower mad. Galloping, rush goalie, cause she bad. Alison Wall with the stars in the flats. Anakin, VVS diamonds are bright. Flashing it. First time I looked at a mash. Year 9 in my own lane, I'm a crash. Gear 5 off license to Dubai. Clear fight, apologies, this in advance. Dear wife, rolls on the back of the ped. Think I see TSG vans up ahead. I was in the cell when they bought my baguette. Tuna and macro, whip to the best. You know it's warring time when the baddies come out. With a bad egg when the baddies about. Don't look, but I feel the ruddies around. Stop a search fake, but they carried it out. Magneto friends could have bend in them kitchens. Mystique him when they nicked him. Ex-mad mad cause she tricked him. Victim, soup him assisted. Vengeance and beef, I don't care about fame. Rare nephews did the cries of my pain. Bro, dad hardy like John and McClane. Broke 2 bones in a can, I'm a claim. Roll enough dice on the blocks, lane. That chain no more than 5, lame. Carry enough man, I got back pains. Just touchdown, I'm a champagne. Settling, peddling, KP resident. Half of the bros don't gel it in. Run Scooby-Doo, we're meddling. The sound for the box too deafening. 2 little horsepower mad. Galloping, rush goalie, cause she bad. Alison Wall with the stars in the flats. Anakin, VVS diamonds are bright. Flashing it. Conference cool, so now I'm in the playoffs. Still do the same things on my day offs. 2 black men for the black. Chaos, Nigerian friends to the scam. Lagos, old school run out the cab. Straight up, African accident man. Pay up, Lakers jersey, I'm that. Player, Kobe, I gave it to Shaq. Lay up, Brazilian beats like a Michael Tello. She liked when I had Cabello, Tottenham one kinda nice. Defo, brand free kick tryna take Deco. You ain't never been like that, mad. Disposable waste in a bin bag. Wizard of Ozzy a tin, man. Got no heart, never been bad. Still have dreams tryna link lats. FT shots, yeah link cats. Tryna buy things, I'm a link nags. She want a G, I'm a dispatch. Still have dreams tryna link lats. FT shots, yeah link cats. Tryna buy things, I'm a link nags. She want a G, I'm a dispatch. Settling, peddling, KP resident. Half of the bros don't gel it in. Run Scooby-Doo, we're meddling. The sound for the box too deafening. 2 little horsepower mad. Galloping, rush goalie, cause she bad. Alison Wall with the stars in the flats. Anakin, VVS diamonds are bright. Flashing it. Settling, peddling, KP resident. Half of the bros don't gel it in. Run Scooby-Doo, we're meddling. The sound for the box too deafening. 2 little horsepower mad. Galloping, rush goalie, cause she bad. Alison Wall with the stars in the flats. Anakin, VVS diamonds are bright. Flashing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm sitting right here, rocking with Little. Yeah. I said with Little. Check it. Yeah. Shy Easy is a straight PAMP. Walk around school, everybody knows me. When I'm on this beat, you know I have to keep it PG, not 13. CP3 shooting threes. Hearing this beat, you know the flow sounds so easy. Walk up in the game, putting these underground rappers to shame. Rap game so tight, I should be in the underground Hall of Fame. Hold up, quick question. Does anybody make real music anymore? Sitting back, listen to Gin and Julie, 4 years old, in my room watching Blues Clues, tucked down punchlines into my time. Yippee-yay, where the homies at? Walk with me now, Shy Easy. Yippee-yo, yippee-yay, every city that I go, I got all the girls screaming. Shy Easy, yippee-yo, yippee-yay, where the homies at? Walk with me now, Shy Easy. Yippee-yo, yippee-yay, every city that I go, I got all the girls screaming. Every city we go, every show I go, somebody's got the flow, but can never be a pro. Keep the same sound, ain't no one gonna be around. Money, clout, fame won't get you nowhere. Staying independent, being patient will get you somewhere. She the one I can't live without. She the one I can't stop thinking about. 6'4", 32, 22's low pros. Listen to that California love from above. All the bars get shut down cause they know easy coming around. When I pull up on the spot, got a rock shotgun, drop top, something in the pot. Yippee-yo, yippee-yay, where the homies at? Walk with me now, Shy Easy. Yippee-yo, yippee-yay, every city that I go, I got all the girls screaming. Shy Easy, yippee-yo, yippee-yay, where the homies at? Walk with me now, Shy Easy. Yippee-yo, yippee-yay, every city that I go, I got all the girls screaming.
So that was Too Shy Easy with That's My Name remix, and just before that you listened to Blanco with Anakin, and you're on DBN Radio, straight out of Worldwide with Audie B. We've got more tracks from up and coming artists, stick around. And NBHD Nick is going to be joining us straight after this.
Beaucoup de champagne dans le Banks. Meuf dans la chambre, y'en a 5. Mes 600 bras blanches pour avaler mes fils. 10 dans la poche, dans la ville, sur le style. Beaucoup de champagne dans le Banks. Meuf dans la chambre, y'en a 5. Mes 600 bras blanches pour avaler mes fils. 10 dans la poche, dans la ville, sur le style.
Si tu me cherches derrière, gros, je suis plus là. Je suis à droite, je calcine, gros terre, poumon tout vert, grosse viande, je mange pas d'épinards. Grand reptile, je passe vite, lobby, je me tends son coeur, choré, donc pas de cinéma. J'suis dedans, elle inspire, respire pas avec elle quand elle prend cocaïna. J'habite dans un coin de la capitale, elle aime mon corps. Je regarde derrière, je suis pas rond. Elle m'a dit qu'elle pas trop drip. J'dois faire ce qu'il en fait, car moi j'veux vivre là-haut. Posé dans la chambre avec 3 bitches au chaud. Le chétan veut me faire des signes. Grand pirate, je suis mon tabord. Et suis-moi la conquête des grands trésors. Quand je l'appelle, c'est que je suis devant la porte. Elle aime quand la chambre finit en désordre. Souvent avachi dans le canapé quand l'autre bitch me suce. Lui donne ses rounds après s'endort. Le matin, je dégage pas de message, m'enfuis. Mais je crois qu'elle était pas d'accord.
Beaucoup de champagne dans le Banks. Meuf dans la chambre, y'en a 5. Mes 10 bras blanches pour avaler mes fils. 10 dans la poche, dans la ville, sur le style. Beaucoup de champagne dans le Banks. Meuf dans la chambre, y'en a 5. Mes 10 bras blanches pour avaler mes fils. 10 dans la poche, dans la ville, sur le style.
10 juin, je reste lucide. Faut que j'attaque comme Roshi. Paname est très magique. Son quicheta, c'est très tragique. Hier dans le bank, soirée banale. Beaucoup de belles femmes, vraiment pas mal. Une fois que je fine avec elle dans la fashion. À condition, y'a sa pote, c'est très méchant. Grave dans sa gorge, même après, moi je me galoche. Même quand la musique est forte, j'entends la roche. Elle m'a dit que ça reste que notre secret. Alibi solide, ici tout est privé. Y'a des mecs qui sont devant la top bar. À skip, y'a leur corps, on est trop fort. Donc on a pris les outils, ils ont vu toute l'équipe. Évidemment, je ferme la top bar.
You just listened to Made in Paris by Champagne featuring Captain Roshi, and here is Oh Boy with No Blatter. NBHD Nick's interview is coming up in less than 3 minutes. Stay tuned.
J'suis dans la cabine, yeah. J'allume mon calumet. 3 pas switch panique, yeah. Flottard la NB, yeah. C'est tout pour la gagne, numéro 10 comme ça, gros j'ai la dalle, j'vais leur faire du sale. Voler noir mat, va te faire mettre. T'étais pas là quand j'étais à pote. Maîtrise la défense, maîtrise l'attaque. Pourvu qu'ils viennent pas si tu mates. J'ai déjà soulevé sa meuf, mais j'aime pas comment cet enculé nous guette. Il reconnaît nos têtes, nous on reconnaît très bien sa tempe. Yeah, les petits veulent s'y mettre, j'coupe un 50 sur la quête. Yeah, yeah, les condés en quête. Et cette salope elle veut son patek. Yeah, yeah, 10 comme Pelé, Alex Swing Fanny. Elle veut que je la finisse. Yeah, 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 on peut plus freiner. C'est tout pour le Wally, baby no cry. Et pénave, fond d'or, on les baise. No cry, ça pédave, la pégueuf. Limon Ace, bitch pas de casier. Et pénave, fond d'or, on les baise. No cry, ça pédave, la pégueuf. Limon Ace, bitch pas de casier. Ça remonte sur B, yeah. Job rempli de valises, yeah. Et pénave, fond d'or, on les baise. No cry, ça pédave, la pégueuf. Limon Ace, bitch pas de casier. Lui c'est un floco, il fait que de pénave, donc j'peux pas le caler. Souvent j'suis pas là, j'cours après l'escalade, baby veut des câlins. C'est bien la cahier, mais comme les anciens j'veux décaler. Boîte automatique à anneaux, donc c'est impossible, j'peux pas caler. Eux c'est des galères, ils vont te la mettre pour des palos. Au de m'ar piqué, j'te donne pas l'heure. J'travaille pour moi, j'ai pas de salaire. Et comme les meurs, j'prends de la valeur. Avant ils nous vannaient, maintenant ils font que d'avaler. Y'a que trop les folles. Baby reviens mais c'est fané. Plein à faire, j'pull up dans un frère gamos. En chien peu de sous, tu vas faire comment? Toute sa vie il a connu le baléo. Il pète les plombs et il vide le balai. Il pénave, font nada, on les baise. No cahier, ça pénave, la pégueuf. Limon Ace, bitch pas de casier. Il pénave, font nada, on les baise. No bugger. Lemon Ace, bitch, pas de crager. Ça monte sur BD, ça monte sur BD. Yeah, job rempli de valises, Ils pénavent, font nos dos, on les baise, nos cailles, ça pédave, la bugger. Lemon Ace, bitch, pas de crager.
You are here on DBN Radio, and we are tuned in with an amazing artist, NBHD Nick, who is with us tonight, and who's gonna be showing us some of his work. We've got some hot tracks to listen to. So thank you for being with us, and yeah, can't wait to have a chat to you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is cool. I'm excited to be on.
Thank you. So I just want to set a little bit of a background tone on how I discovered you and your heat basically. Was in February, I think. You dropped a song that was called I Can Still Rap Though.
I'm trying to touch the States this time.
Yeah.
2021.
And I found it on Spotify, and I was like, shit, this goes hard. Like the start of it was just sort of, I don't know, kind of like a powerful message, especially through what's been going on after COVID and stuff. And I just want you to give us a little bit of a background on that song and like how you decided to release it and why you decided to go forward with it.
Yeah, so that record was really just like to set the tone. So like I'm from New York, where it's like, this is where everything was born. And I make a lot of fun records, a lot of melodic stuff. So like it was just like, hey, like don't forget, like I can still rap. And then I just was just talking about shit, and yeah, it just went out from there. But no, sometimes I just like to just go in the booth and just like no hook and just go in, And this was just that opportunity. I heard the beat and it was pretty straightforward.
Awesome, yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to know. How do you with all your songs and stuff, how do you get songwriting? Do you produce the sounds as well? Or how does it work? How do you get inspired?
Really, it's just the sound. I don't produce it all. I like don't have enough patience for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm pretty quick recorder, so like I'll go in, I'll do like 4 to 5 tracks an hour. And,
wow.
Yes, but like when I hear like pre-written records, not like so. But when I'm writing, it's just as quick.
Yeah.
So like if I don't really catch something, like at least a hook or a couple lines, like within like 10 minutes or so, I'm just on to the next beat, regardless of how good the beat is. Just because I don't really, my creative process is just not to force anything at all, and then it's just all off of feeling from what I hear. But I work with like about 5 to 6 of the same producers, and
yeah,
it just meshes well, and they kind of know what I'm looking for, so it's
nice.
Not much running through beats.
Yeah, so now they kind of catch onto your vibe and know what mood you're in, and yeah, send you stuff that they know you're probably gonna get hooked into.
Yeah, for sure. Or I'll be like, hey, send me another one like that, you know what I mean, because we have history now, so it's like, I'll just look for a similar vibe from like a record that we put out before sound-wise. So yeah, we have good chemistry, so it works.
Awesome, that's cool. And because you've been rapping and putting out songs all the time, and a lot of them doing well, but what made you just decide like, hey, I want to get into rap? Has it always been a thing for you, or did one day you just say to yourself, well, I'm gonna get into it?
Yeah, I mean, from a young age, I would like write in like a piece of paper, but I would do it over like songs, because we didn't have instrumentals. So I would listen to like one of my favorite artists and then like try to write a song over their song, which is,
nice.
Like sounds crazy. And like this day and age, like that's what we had to do, and I just grew up listening to music. My mom was a huge like hip hop and R&B head. So we grew up like going to concerts and, driving around in her car, we would be listening to music, or in the house listening to music. So I think it was just like instilled in me, and then it was just something to do growing up. You just find things to do so you didn't get into trouble.
That's
yeah,
exactly.
Kept me out of trouble.
Exactly. And you said that you were, I guess, rapping over artists that you were inspired by and that you looked up to. Who were they?
Yeah, at that time, I'm 28 now, so like I grew up in like the G Unit era, And then when 50 broke off and did a lot of his own stuff, Nelly, Ludacris, Dipset for sure.
Yeah.
That whole era right there. It's like the late 90s, early 2000s. My mom was still on like Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah.
But I was born in 93, so like I just like by the time I really could go to concerts, they were gone, you know. So it was like that's what I grew up in and went to those concerts. And then even like the ATL takeover, like Jeezy and Gucci and T.I. and just that whole East Coast. So I was never really like got into the West Coast thing, even though they were killing it. But anything from here down to Atlanta, we were listening to.
Yeah, awesome. And I wanted to congratulate you, by the way, on the over 1 million that you've got on YouTube for Top Speed, one of your tracks.
Yes, thank you.
How
it's crazy.
It's crazy. How did it come about? Like, wow, I mean, sometimes some tracks just hit it off. How did you know when you were making it did you want it to? Was it just one of the fun tracks, as you said, you know, you just went into the studio and was like, you know, we'll see how this goes? Or had you actually planned a strategy afterwards to market it? Like, how did that one take off?
No, that one, like, accidentally took off. We had no idea because that was my first time recording in, like, 2 years. I kind of, like, stopped making music just because it's an expensive game to be in. If we're being like, I'm as transparent as possible. It gets expensive. And when things aren't working, it just is like, you know, you just want to kind of take a break. So I wouldn't say I gave up, but I definitely stopped making music. And that was my first record we put out in 2019 in the fall. That was my first collaboration with Epidemic. So like that was the first thing we did.
Nice.
And we didn't know. We didn't know to the point where like that video was shot at like 4 a.m. in Chinatown.
Really?
In New York City. So it was like, after shooting 2 other videos. So like 3 out of our first videos we put out were shot within like a 2-day span, just trying to like run and gun and just create content for the release.
Yeah.
And it just caught, like, you know, it got some big features and it got some big placements, like along commercials, you know, professional sports leagues and YouTubers, and it just till this day it's my most performing record.
Yeah,
I wish we knew, because we probably would have had like a cooler video, but people are still watching it, so yeah,
exactly.
it
Sometimes you just don't know. You never know. It just comes out, and then it's the ones that usually are least expected that actually do the best, you know.
Yeah, you just never know. You know what I mean? It's hard to plan. My strategy is just put out as much music as possible, and since then we've released, you know, probably over 40 records.
Awesome. Wow. Well, let's have a listen to that track for our listeners. We're going to put it on now. It's called Top Speed. So I don't know how many million it is now, but it has hit the over 1 million. But yeah, go check it out on YouTube, and we're going to have a listen. Top Speed. Here we go.
Pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shady, my bros raw. No breaks, we go. Throw shade, that's a no. Go high, go low. Like spinning in a 644. Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24. No sleep, need more. Pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up. Ooh, I'm a real one, my day ones. Try to speak up, can't say none. Try dig dirt, there ain't none. I make the money that save up. 10 to 80, my save ones. Take to the top on the basement. New car, race on. Fast lane, pace on. With the booyah, that's a flex. Not human, I ain't from another planet. I'ma teleport, might vanish. I'ma wake up, do damage. Join number 7, he's bored though. Working all night, need more though. I remember nights I was poor though. Pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up. You You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and a giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
And that was Top Speed by NBHD Nick, and we are here right now on with NBHD Nick. And just before we were listening to the song, you spoke about for a couple of years there you sort of laid low in the rap game and weren't making as much music. So, I guess you've gone through the highs and the lows of music. And, as you were saying, it's an expensive game to be in. So do you have, a specific, motivational story about, how you basically got back up and said, one day, hey, I want to get back into it? Because a lot of up and coming rappers sometimes get discouraged and it's easy to quit. It's kind of easier to quit than to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. So hit us up with some advice and how you got back into it.
Yeah, I literally got back into it because of Epidemic. Like one of my friends was roommates with who now is like the head of music, and they were trying to create their hip hop arm of the company. And he knew I did music. He didn't know I was like taking a break at the time, but he just thought it'd be like a cool opportunity based on the sound I have and knowing like the type of songs I like, type records, you know what I mean? And it just worked out. And then it kind of brought me in, and then the slow build and then the quick success from the numbers that we've gotten so far is kind of what it all pays off, all those years of hard work. And with anything, like sometimes when you're going too straightforward, it's good to just step back. Maybe not for 2 years, but
yeah,
that was just my timeline. But yeah, it's good to just take a break, step away from it, so you can look from the outside and then really see where like you can go, or what you could take out, what you could put into it. And it's just expensive, so that like played a big part. But an opportunity to make a living and do what I love was there, and that's really all it took. I never stopped loving making music.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was the easy part.
Do you think that it was also the way you set out to sort of just keep putting out tracks nonstop, the sort of dynamic you were on, that also helped to get at least, one track out there because you were releasing so often? So I guess one of them had to work, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not more so for like, it's more just like the way I work. So like, because I work on the back end so fast, and if I can get more advice to people, it's like there's a lot that goes into like post production. So like a record comes out, it's not done promoting, so you still have to put money behind it to keep the train moving on that record.
Yeah.
And I really just believe in like building the catalog. Like there's two ways you could put out music. You could work on a conceptual album, put it out and push that album for a year, and hopefully like the investment pays off, or you could just consistently put out music and then allow people to find your catalog and pick what they like.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the game plan I took, because I'm not a conceptual artist. Like I might make one record about like being a dad, and then I might make another record about something totally different. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just the way I am, my personality, and I think it just flows better, and building that catalog and allowing people to like pick out of it what they like without having to dive through a whole like project.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And now that you've got I guess things up and coming, I saw in a recent post on Instagram you were talking about basically being able to perform on stage again soon. So, and thanks to COVID nearly being over, things are opening up again and things like that. But can you give us a bit of an insight on maybe where you're performing or what's happening, at the moment?
Yeah, I guess the only insight would be like we're definitely more than likely coming to Europe first and like overseas, doing like a European Asian run. I know we have a lot of listeners out in Australia, but it's so far, so like that might take a little time, just like plan to make sure we get it right. But yeah, we'll definitely be overseas first, and then sometime next year, early next year. Definitely.
For real. Well, I'm in France at the moment, and I'm Australian, so I don't know. Hopefully, I'll be able to catch you guys somewhere.
Yeah, nah, France shows so much love, so we definitely have to hit France.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
awesome. What so obviously you're excited about touring and everything. Is that something that you actually, love doing? Because obviously you're hitting the studio all the time, so obviously you love being in the booth. But what gets you wanting to be on stage and on tour and, performing?
That's what I do it for, is being on stage. It's something about like performing and being able to, walk in front of a crowd no matter how big they are and just do something that a lot of people can't do. And in a really, really good way. That's kind of like, that's what keeps me at it. That's what keeps me going. Making the music's fun, but like listening to it is cool. I mean, like I always hear it way before other people. So like by the time it comes out, I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm kind of over that record. But like performing is like where it all pays off, because then you can really like display that emotion and energy from, what you created it from. So I definitely love performing. I can't wait to get out. Because the second everything took off, COVID happens. Like I've seen the growth, but I haven't been able to like feel it. You know what I mean? So it'll be cool to get out there and like see faces and put faces to DMs and
sure,
really, like, get out there.
And as artists, we vibe and we thrive off the other people. So doing concerts live and just being behind a camera is kind of it's frustrating sometimes.
Yeah, definitely it is. Definitely is.
Yeah. Have you like done many sort of lives on Instagram and things like that, and obviously got feedback from new fans and things like that from doing lives and from really COVID? How has that sort of COVID benefited you or not? Being just on social media now, not being able to perform and stuff.
Yeah, we've done a couple virtual things. We've done some interactive things via social media. Now's the time to kind of do that. YouTube a lot too. We're trying to like pump the content into YouTube a lot because people are just home. They're staring at the screens.
Yeah.
But even if they weren't, it's like I'm definitely working on getting on live more just to interact and kind of just see how people are feeling. I like respond to DMs like as much as possible.
Yeah.
Just to acknowledge people while I can, before it just in case it gets like too out of hand and it's like way more requests and way more messages and it's just hard to keep track. So like I try to just reach out to people because I'm just like a regular dude, you know what I mean? I try to like live by that. Like I'm not too cool for anything. I'm like the people's rapper in a way.
Yeah.
That's how I try to like move.
That's awesome. And have you got any sort of featurings coming up with people, or are you working on something more solo, or are you just trying to get all the music's out now on tour? What's sort of up and coming?
We have a lot of records. We got records lined up through the rest of the year to release. So like we're doing a release every month.
Awesome.
Moving forward, so everyone would get at least one song from me every month moving forward, and then every other month you'll get a video as well. So it'll definitely be a busy third, fourth quarter this year, but we're excited to put out way more content.
That's awesome.
See how people react. Yeah.
How are you going to choose which videos you do for every second video, or have you already decided which ones you want to shoot?
We decided a couple so far. It's hard to choose, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
As a creative person, like I can come up with ideas for any song.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you really don't know how it's, from a piece of paper or a treatment to final cut. It's like you never really know how it's gonna come out, no matter how spot on you shoot it. So like, it's really our goal is just to shoot like really good videos and try to take it to the next level and give people like a visual of how we're living.
Yeah. Awesome. And I want us to listen to and our listeners to have a listen to a song called Back to Life, which you did. Can you talk to us a bit about it, how it came about?
Yeah, so it's called Back to Life. So this is like a live surprise right now.
Wow, so this is an exclusive. When does the track drop?
Yeah, so the record catalog drops on 6/25, so June 25th. Be on the lookout for that.
Oh my goodness! All right, so we have got this song on exclusive right now.
Yes, first time heard ever.
Wow! Oh my goodness! So Yeah, this is an exclusive, guys, to the listeners. So how did it come about, this song, and the writing behind it? Before we have a listen, what's it about?
Yeah, I mean, it's just giving a ode to women, and just, you know, shouting them out and letting them know we see you.
Awesome.
And just to do their thing, you know what I mean? The hook is kind of like as free as it can be, and I'm literally just like coming up with the hook on the fly. So like, it was a fun record to make for sure.
Awesome. Wow. Well, we're so honored to be the first ones to have a listen to this right here on DBN Radio and all our listeners. So let's put it on. Exclusive tonight is Back to Life by NBHD Nick right now.
I got it on me right now. Strong point, did it. Pull up. We gon' do that. Pull up. Say pull up. Run it back. Say pull up. Say pull up. Say pull up. Say pull up. Yeah. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah. We get to it, got it stocked up. Popped up, got her hand all rocked up. Like 1 carat, 2 carat, more carats. She look carrots like a bunny, got her hops up. Don't care for designer, got her own drip. Don't care for the phones, got her own whip. Don't care for the scenes, take her own trip. Guarantee it's for a bag and she walking. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bag when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bag when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Woo. Sweet Jesus, I just up the prices for the features. I can see the fakes and the leeches. I been getting to it since a fetus. Pull up at the spot, tires squeal. Got her in my passenger, I told her grab the wheel. Friends hating, told her get out, Jordan Peele. But she rocks with me cause she real, for real. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. To the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. She get to the cash when she walk. She look like a bad when she walk. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Girl, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
That was an exclusive listen to Back to Life by NBHD Nick. That's going to be on a project coming up, but it's not out anywhere right now, so you can't go anywhere and download it. But as soon as you can, go download it legally, guys, and go have a listen and share. Thank you so much for letting us have a little bit of a taste of what's coming up. That's awesome.
Yeah, I had to give a little gift for you guys reaching out and showing love. You know, had to pay it back.
Awesome. So what's coming up with everything? Give us a little bit of a vision on where you see yourself. Next year. I know now you're releasing a lot of tracks. And obviously, you know, it's going to be pretty heavy schedule. But what are you looking at after, you know, the touring, and where do you see yourself in a couple of years, or even next year, hopefully when COVID's really truly over?
Yeah, I mean, we just really want to get out there, and our main goal is just to really put a face to the brand. The music got so big during COVID. We're just trying to play catch up right now with just the branding and marketing, and just letting people know who I am, and putting out as much content as possible to do so through like blogs and IG lives and just posts in general. So that's what's on the way. I didn't see myself here 2 years ago, so I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, but
yeah.
The goal is just to keep moving forward.
Awesome. Yeah, it's really been sort of like the unexpected for you, which is, it's awesome. It's awesome. And we're all following your journey. And if you guys are not following yet, NBHD Nick and his music, and you've just discovered it, go follow his journey. It's amazing. The music is straight fire. So So yeah, it's really cool. We want to see you anyway, be touring all over the world, and if I'm in Australia, you know, I want to be seeing you in Australia or France, be seeing you in France too.
Yeah, we'll get it done for sure. We'll get an in-person interview for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I wanted to ask before we head off, you know, you just really have got a kind of gift to be able to release music, and I guess that's kind of one of your fortes, is being able to just release and be confident about it. What do you have advice to you know, up and coming rappers or any kind of artist really who, you know, can sometimes be stuck or are doubting their music or don't know how to go about it?
Yeah, I mean, with anything, you can't look for validation from anyone else. So you have to do it for yourself or something of a greater purpose, whether you have like a family you want to support or just I don't know, do good things. Like whatever you're doing it for, you can't do it for other people, just for other people's validation. And then find your pocket. Like not everyone's built to. Some people have really good talents where they can conceptualize 10 records and just make them sound perfectly together. That's your thing, do that. But yeah, I'd say just be as real as possible. It's hard to create when you're not being authentic. Yeah. So if you find yourself and then just take a break, get out and live, go away for a weekend, go do some stuff with your friends, go do some stuff with your family, find inspiration. But yeah, don't get too trapped in your bedroom if you're out there working hard.
Yeah, for real. I think that's a lot of the mistake that people get, is that they get stuck on something and then they actually force themselves to stay in the studio or stay in the booth until all hours, and it's like if you haven't found that inspiration or that hook or whatever, it's not going to come by forcing it, you know.
Yeah, it's not there. It'll come to you if it's meant to be. So
yeah,
definitely just live life. Don't forget to live life while you're creating. For sure.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to keep on following you and on seeing you live your life and prospering, because it's going so well, and congratulations for everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
Where can we before we let each other go, where can we find you? What's your @ and where can we find you?
Yeah, everything is NBHD Nick. So if you spell it out like that together, you'll find it. YouTube, Instagram, anything that I'm on, you'll be able to find it. So it's just NBHD Nick.
All right, awesome. And we're gonna have a listen to as we head off, the song that I absolutely love, my favorite, which is I Can Still Rap Though. To be honest, I don't even think there was a need to have the song called I Can Still Rap Though, because from everything that you do, we know it. You don't just talk the talk. you walk the walk. So you know, it's we're gonna have a listen to that one. But thank you so much for being on, and we so look forward to you know, keeping on supporting you and backing you and seeing your journey.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much.
I'm trying to touch the States this time. 2021. Gotta show him I can still rap though.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. Run it up. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8-day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got $1 for all those rainy days. Ain't have a day off in like 80 days. I got hustles in like 80 ways. Kids if he won't take a lazy day. Wifey on me told me take a break. I keep going to the paper street. Then it's trips out to Montego Bay. If I take the job, bet I get it done. I said it before, I'm a one-on-one. I just caught some ones, only wearing ones. Fornicate the funds, money made me calm. Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock a tech. You want that chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch?
And you just listened to NBHD Nick, I Can Still Rap Though. And don't forget, as he mentioned on the interview, Back to Life is dropping in 2 days. Don't forget to pre-save and then go download it legally and show some love. This track is going to be huge. And now we're going to have a little listen to some more songs and also get into talking about today's segment on touring and life on tour and artist experiences with life on tour. And so stick around. We have also got the amazing Skenzo, who we managed to get an interview with because he has just dropped a new track called That Side that dropped last week on the 18th of June. And we're going to be checking with him later on in the show. You're listening to DBN Radio, straight out of Worldwide, 6 to 8 p.m. on Wednesdays with Audie B. And you just listened to two beats by Khan, K-A-A-N. One was called Chemin and the other one was called 6 a.m. Beat. And you are here on DBN Radio, straight out of Worldwide. We're going to be just talking about life on tour and what it's like being on tour as an artist or as a musician. You know, the touring life of a musician is so much glorified in TV shows, you know, in pop culture. But these are only a small percentage of musicians. And it's really not an easy lifestyle. You know, a lot of us are still in the studio trying to make that awesome track. Look at what happened with COVID. We've been kind of not been able to be on tour, and as we're going to be talking to our two guests tonight, is that, you know, tours are opening back up, and that's what we're just longing for as artists. But, you know, we need to stay super positive, and the nature of the music business is tough, is competitive, and you've always got to sort of be aware of your physical and emotional well-being, because touring is tiring, and anything worth doing actually in life, and touring is worth it, but anything worth doing in life is never easy. So, you know, depending on levels of success, you know, tours can range from, you know, a couple of weeks to months at a time, and then some tours can go for literally a year or more if you're touring around one country, maybe not, but if you're touring around the world. So, you know, it includes also not just performing all the time, but a lot of travel and being with the same team. So you've got to kind of be choosing your team wisely, because it's like you're going to be stuck with them on tour, which is kind of the amazing thing about it as well. You know, when I was working, for example, on cruise ships, we were, I guess, stuck together with the same team for, you know, 9 months on cruise ships. But that's kind of the beauty of it, is it becomes, you know, a little village. Everyone knows each other so well, and, you know, it becomes like your family, you know, really like your second family. Touring is really expensive. Basically the ticket sales at the door will be what you will be making you money. You might make, if you're selling tickets, you might think there's a lot of money, I guess, that you'll be making. But then again, there's so many factors and expenses you have while you're traveling. So, you know, like gas, oil changes, maintenance, hotel rooms, I don't know, food, salaries for crew members who are following you. So there is, for a project, a sort of budget that you need to definitely keep in mind. But then again, being on tour is also great, because, you know, you get endurance, you get experience, you get exposure, and you get to do what you love doing, which is performing, being on stage, and giving back to the fans and the audience. You know, whether it be a van that you're touring in, or a bus, or whether, you know, you're traveling here and there by plane or train, you're basically going to be waking up in the morning of the show, driving to the venue, getting to sleep at, you know, 3 a.m. and then waking up at 7 a.m. to either go back home and then 2 days later get back on tour, or you'll be straight away going to the next venue and already be at the next venue by 10 a.m. So you need to actually prepare for endurance, for those micro sleeps that you're going to have to get, because you need micro sleeps and micro siestas, as they call them, you know, for your body to be repairing. If you're lucky and you're signed to a record label who want to pay for your tour and who are going to sponsor that, that's awesome. It's called tour support. Tour support is, you know, the financial support for the touring artists. So, you know, that will cover things like travel and hotels and equipment and other expenses, which also lets the artist, which is amazing, concentrate more on the actual performance aspect and really get around to, I guess, doing what we love. So what's it like on a typical day of touring? You know, it's like 8 a.m., getting up in the shower, packing your suitcase and getting out the door before the bus call. 9 a.m., you know, you're in the bus, ready to go, ready to depart. You know, you might stop somewhere at lunchtime after driving or the long ride. You might get somewhere at 3 p.m. and then, you know, 4 p.m. start uploading all the stuff. The crew will be there, obviously, sound engineer, crew members to do sound checks. Then 6 p.m., you're going to have to, you know, start getting ready, maybe have some food, some quick dinner, you know, get your hair and makeup done, do a little practice rehearsal. 9:30 p.m., you're on the stage. 11 p.m., you know, finish engaging with fans, things like that. Once you be wrapping it up, be midnight, 2 a.m. the next day, and you probably sleep by 3 a.m. and then you've got like 4 hours to recover. So, you won't be getting much sleep on tours. You need to manage that, getting sleep, but it's also very grueling in the way that, you'll be away from your family and friends, and you'll be spending a lot of time with the crew members and everyone who's following you on tour. So you'll know a lot more about people, and living with them, makes it that much more intimate and that much more amazing. But it can also be stressful, and sometimes you just want to be alone, and sometimes you just want to be close to your family. So that's kind of hard as well. There are dark sides of, this touring. There are psychological dangers which people need to watch out for. If you don't have a strong mindset, it's going to be really hard. And, a lot of people think that touring is, about drinking, partying, doing drugs, things like that. It's totally not. Or anyway, on my end and other music professionals, the day is grueling enough. All you want to do is go to sleep. So, drinking in moderation and avoiding drugs and getting enough sleep and is really what keeps you grounded and what helps you also get through this. It's kind of hard to adjust to, and it's funny because after you finish a tour, there's this sort of dichotomy and contrast between all the highs of a successful show and then the anticlimax low, which is kind of hard to adjust to from when you go home. And how they say there's a thing called post-traumatic stress disorder. Well, there is a term that's been coined called post-performance depression. And there was this mental health professional that was saying, and I've pulled up the quote from him. It says, when the body experiences major shifts in mood, it's flooded with neurotransmitters, resulting in a biochemical release that leads to a feeling of ecstasy. After an exciting performance, the body starts to balance out the levels, and therefore it's not releasing the same level that caused the exciting feelings. So this may result in lingering sadness. In normal day-to-day life, biochemicals are released and rest recovery follow, causing the typical ups and downs of life. But in the case of post-performance depression, he says that the process is more extreme with high highs and high lows. And this is so true because everything is multiplied by 10. So, if you're sad, it feels like the end of the world. If you're happy, it's like as if you're in an ecstatic state. And I can totally relate to this, having worked 3 years on cruise ships, being away from everyone, family, friends. It can also be destructive, but I mean, you need to just keep it strong enough to have that mentality where you're just gonna push through, because if you make it, it can literally be the best times of your life and the most amazing, moments of your life. Sometimes, we do need to take breaks as musicians, and just sort of step back and look at what we're doing from an outsider's perspective and think, hey, is this okay? Is this okay what I'm doing? What's my real purpose? What's my real goals? And just take a step back. And this just means also just breathing and not being in the fire of it all, in the moment of it all. This applies not just on tour and when you're coming back from tour. It applies also when you're in the studio all the time and trying to push out a song or whatever and nothing comes out, or you're just trying to release all these songs. Just sometimes stepping back, working on yourself and growing personally will probably actually help more in certain times, rather than you just trying to push for something when you don't actually have a clear goal or a clear mindset or, a clear vision of every step that you need to take to reach those certain goals. So moral of the story, guys, is hey, you need to sleep while you're on tour. And after sound checks, have your little routines. After the go for a walk and relax for a little bit, or have a cup of tea, read. Just things like that help you to cope and get back to sort of keeping your head grounded on your life, really. So, I mean, touring is absolutely amazing. Hey, and if you want any advice, on touring or how to cope with it mentally, DM me. I'm always here. You can reach out. But apart from that, touring, and that was a little insight on touring and daily life on tour. But you will literally have a blast. And if you're an artist, you will know this. And if you're not an artist, then I'm definitely here to tell you on behalf of all artists, this is what we do music for, is to tour, to engage with the audience, to engage with fans, to meet with people, to be in a different city every day, and just be on stage and sharing the love and giving it all we've got, I think we really have it in us and have it in our blood, I guess. So you're on DBN Radio. Stick around. We've got tracks coming up from up-and-coming artists. And stay tuned, because straight after this, we have got the interview with Skenzo. We were able to call him a couple of days ago, just before his release of his new track, That Side, which dropped on the 18th of June. So go check it out. That Side has just dropped, and stay tuned, because in less than 5 minutes, we're going to be playing the interview with Skenzo.
I go, but it's okay. I don't know where I go, but it's okay. I don't know where I go, but it's okay. I don't know where I go, but it's okay. I don't know where I go, but it's okay. I want a fast car, but not that fast. I want the good life, but not that bad. Lost in my own head, I ain't coming back. I want the good life, but not that bad, but not that bad, but not that bad. I don't know where I go, but it's okay. I don't know where I go, but it's okay. Life's a flick, if it suck, change the script, dip and dive, spit that shit, hold your tongue. When it's all said and done, I ain't got what I want. When I do, I'm a stunt. I don't know what I want. If I do, I'm a jump. I gotta bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce. I want a fast car, but not that fast. I want the good life, but not that bad. Lost in my own head, I ain't coming back. I want the good life, but not that bad, but not that bad, but not that bad. I don't know where I go, but it's okay. I don't know where I go, but it's okay.
You are here on DBN Radio. We have an exclusive interview with an artist straight out of Australia, from Sydney, Australia. It is Skenzo, and we're here right now talking all things music and new track drops. So thank you for being on the show.
Oh, good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So you had, a couple of tracks dropped. We actually played your track last week, Dangerous. It's an awesome track, and we're going to talk about it soon in the interview. But we want to know, how did you get into music? First off, why did you choose rap, and how did you get into music?
Well, rap has always been my favorite genre in music. Since I was a kid, I've been listening to hip hop music. Since I was a kid, I was always into 50 Cent and all that. But how I got into music is I have a few mutual friends that do music here in Sydney, and just going around the studio and just seeing how they make music and how the finished product ends up coming out, and it's very inspiring,
Yeah.
So then I linked up with my now manager, Marcus Della, shout out to him. And he just plugged me in with everything. He plugged me on producers, plugged me into different studios, and we just locked in from there.
Awesome. That's cool. And you're from Sydney. Would you say there's a lot of, a thing that people talk about in the US is they know about, Western Sydney rap. Would you say it's that kind of rap, or are you in that?
Yeah, it's definitely like Western Sydney type rap.
Yeah.
It's like, I wouldn't say it's like Aussie rap, but it's like, it's just music just coming out of Western Sydney, like all of Western Sydney, North, Southwest, Western Sydney, from Liverpool to Blacktown to Bankstown.
Awesome. And in Dangerous, you said
Northside.
You're a 00 member. What's a 00 member?
That's in 00. That's in a 00 member song. That's not in Dangerous. That's another one. But I said I'm not a 00 member. But remember, we're going to this. 00 member is like a small group coming out of Mount Druitt, a small young boys, young African boys. They're doing music as well. Mm-hmm. And they're doing their bits right now.
Awesome.
So shout out to them.
Awesome, that's cool. So you got into, rap just, by, I guess, being around with your friends and just kicking it and seeing how things go. But did anyone inspire you, like, to do music from here or from anywhere?
Manu and B-Wise. Manu and B-Wise are probably the two most people that inspired me to do music, because they're the artists. They're probably the biggest African artists coming out of Sydney right now is Manu Crooks and B-Wise. Shout out to both of them. And Manu was just always telling me, like, because I used to like do little freestyles, and so I was just like play a beat and just rap over it. And Manu was also just like lock into the studio.
Yeah.
But then like back then I never really seen it as as something I wanted to do.
Lit.
But the more I actually did it, the more I was comfortable with doing it, and the better I got at it. So
awesome. And when you're in the studio, do you songwrite and you obviously rap? Do you produce beats as well?
No, I don't produce beats. No, I've got one of my boys. His name is Kid Wave that does that for me. So shout out to Kid Wave. Obviously I plug in with like a lot more producers, but that's like the main producer that I work with.
Yeah, and so he obviously, I guess, knows your vibe and what you want. He knows,
yeah. Because I know him on a personal level too. I don't know him just for music. I know him from outside of music. So I'm very comfortable with him, and he's very comfortable with me. Like if he feels like something, this is not it, he's just gonna tell me straight up, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Not like as another producer I could work with the first time, and he's just gonna accept everything I do.
Awesome. Well, let's have a listen to Dangerous again for those listeners who weren't plugged into the show last week. Just give us a little intro on Dangerous and how you got, producing that song, and then we'll have a little listen to the track drop.
100. Just one day I just walked into the studio, obviously with Kid as well. And I just had something on my mind. Like I didn't plan to write Dangerous. I didn't plan that hook. I didn't plan any of that. I just went into the studio. I just felt like I had something in my chest. I wanted to get it out, and I just told him just play me a beat, and then I just started writing and just punching in, out. And also like the hook for Dangerous was never actually the hook.
Yeah.
So we just listened to it like a few more times after that, and then Kid pointed it out that he reckons that should be a good hook. And the more I listened to it, the more I felt like the hook actually, like that sounds right. That should be the hook. And then it just worked out. It just all came together at the end of the studio session, and that's how we got Dangerous. There's no big story to it,
Yeah.
That's all about.
That's lit. Well, that's usually how the best songs come about. Is when they're unexpected.
It's never planned. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's have a listen to it right now. Dangerous, guys.
They told you don't come looking for me. Tryna bust this game like easy. They claim they doing this. Boys in the L so dangerous, yeah. They going a distance. When we're on tour, got their gang with us. See, the city's my mission. And my boss man said believe me. In the LP I get love like easy. All the hoes in the area please me. With that big back show me love, not tease me. I'ma need that offset cardi love. I'ma need that wap. When need that bitch they calling us. Cause we move like that. Do I move my shit with my Goldilocks. From Northside Sydney shawling up. Pull up the gang get cornered up. Then the whole area got boarded up. 23 I was ballin', but I got so hot, left the game like Jordan. But I came back hard enough, work rates up like Carter them. Cops out tryna charge a man, tell them B.I.B. That I'm bother man, I'm a dollar man till I D.I.E. Tryna bust out like B.I.G. for that vision, yeah. Yeah, shawty gon' listen. Just tell him about that mission. For my truth is just make him more victims. Run up the border the distance, not prison. I swear I don't wish it. Free out my brothers, my brethren. God bless him, man. I swear that I miss him. Boys on the L so dangerous, yeah. They go on a distance. When we're on tour, got their gang with us. So the city's my mission. And my boss man so believe me. In the LP, I get love like easy. All the hoes in the area please me. With that big back, show me love, not tease me. I'ma need that offset cardi love. I'ma need that whap. We need that bitch, they calling us. Cause we move like that. Do I move my shit with my goldie lock? From Northside Sydney, shawling up. Call up the gang, get cornered up. Then the whole area got boarded up. Few boys came out looking for me, but then they went missing. They told you don't come looking for me. Why didn't you listen? Tryna bust this game like easy, so please be, don't stop my vision. They claim they doing this, but in real life they just want their lips. On the weekends smoking up doobies, this sweet smoke I'm moving like Chris. I'm really trying to do this music, but the cops out trying to cuff my wrist. I do this shit on the daily, I got ADC, backs my bitch. But she moves this work, it's a massa, oh yes sir, I'm a well-known trapper. Boys in the L so dangerous, yeah. They go on a distance. When we're on tour, got their gang with us. So the city's my mission, and my boss man so believe me. In the LP, I get love like easy. All the hoes in the area please me. With that big back, show me love, not tease me. I'ma need that offset cardi love. I'ma need that whap. We need that bitch, they calling us. Cause we move like that. Do I move my shit with my goldie lock? From Northside Sydney, shawling up. Call up the gang, get cornered up. Then the whole area got boarded up.
Alright, and that was Dangerous by Skenzo right there. So, lit track. You guys, if you're listening up, get onto Spotify. It's out on every single platform, and download it legally, of course. And yeah, Skenzo, thank you for being on. I've got more questions. I want to know, you know, because between the EU and the USA right now, we've had a year of literally closed venues, you know, with COVID. And I see, you know, on your Instagram and things like that, and obviously just from Australia, knowing Australia, things have been quite open, and you guys didn't really get hit with COVID. So
it's recently, yeah, everything recently opened up, but it's happened before. Everything's like opened up and then they closed it down again. So hopefully this time it actually stays opened up. But I think like Sydney, we probably haven't had most of the dramas here with COVID. It was mainly like Melbourne. Melbourne's the one that's been in lockdown for longest.
Yeah.
But Sydney, yeah, it's starting to open. Everything's starting to open up again. So hopefully, like, we'll get some shows in. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Perform for the fans.
Are you so you're a kind of a performer as well, not just a sort of a studio guy?
Oh, I love to perform. That's what we do it for.
Yeah.
I do it for the moments, you know.
For real. And you've been, you know, lining up, you know, a lot of interviews. You know, I've just seen you were on another Australian radio show, today. So you've been lining up heaps of stuff and promoting, you know, the new track that's dropping. What do you think is the most stressful, now that you've dropped, you know, 2 important tracks? You know, what's the most stressful thing, I guess, about promoting a single or an EP?
Just getting the promotion right, and just having the right people around you, right team around you, right team behind you to promote your music. From the artist side, all I want to focus on is just the music itself. I just want to focus on creating the music. I try to leave everything to my management,
to the team,
do the promoting for me, and they've got that down locked anyways. So I don't really need to stress too much about promotion.
That's awesome.
For other artists, like an artist that's doing it all by himself, it would be very, very stressful. I'm not gonna lie, because you need everything to just happen together. You know, like you need the different companies making your promotions. You need to do your own promotions. You need your artists doing. It takes a lot. So shout out to my team for doing all that for me.
Definitely. Do you have advice, you know, for up and coming artists who, I don't know, because obviously the music industry is hard, and, you know, thank goodness you've got an awesome team, you know, behind you, and you're an awesome artist. So, you know, you're going places, but, you know, it's hard for some upcoming artists, you know, in the rap game or in the music industry. In any case, what do you have any advice to sort of not let go, you know, keep going?
Probably the 2 best pieces of advice that I've ever gotten and that I could ever give is believe in yourself 100% and give it all you got.
Yeah.
Take the shot now, give it all you got. Start from now. Don't wait. You know, you're gonna get better. Eventually, you're gonna get better and better. All artists right now that you're hearing the music, our music did never sound like this. You know, it wasn't always at the how it's sounding now. It wasn't that great. Everyone started off at one point, so don't ever doubt yourself just because you think your music doesn't sound as good. Just keep your head down, lock it in the studio, and believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself.
Yeah, for real. And you obviously would get criticism, constructive criticism, especially with all this social media. Like how do you cope with it? How do you?
Yeah, to be honest, for me, criticism or what anybody's saying, the way I see it is they're promoting my music. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Yeah.
As long as my name is on their tongue, I'm getting free promotion. So that's a plus for me. I couldn't care what they said.
Yeah.
As long as I believe in what I'm doing and I know what I'm putting out there is good and it's what my fans want, I'm gonna keep doing that. They can say as much as they want.
That's awesome. And so you've got a little excerpt of that side on Instagram, and it's coming out 18th actually, 18th of June.
Tonight. Yeah, tonight, 12 o'clock from Australian time, obviously. So in a few hours, not that long, it should be premiering. So everyone go hit on that side, Skenzo on Spotify and all platforms as well. Video
Yeah.
should be out sometime next week.
Well, congratulations on that release. How did that track come about as well? Was it one of those random studio moments as well, or?
It was kind of that, but it was also kind of planned. It's like just like you were saying before, people talking, the criticism and that. So I just wanted to just let some things out of my chest, answer a few things that people have been saying about me, and put on some of my own shots out there.
So we're gonna have a listen to it right now. It's called That Side and dropping in a couple of hours. Let's have a listen.
Hey, fuck that nigga home, man. I know none but that side they heard about me. I'm with a gang, them doing OT. I'm on the north side just packing all V's. Got double C's in my tracksuit from info, this shit's for free. I ain't never been to parade, but I stuffed these packs in Louis V's. Yo, I know none but that side they heard about me. I'm with a gang, them doing OT. I'm on the north side just packing all V's. I got double C's in my tracksuit from info, this shit's for free. I ain't never been to parade, but I stuffed these packs in Louis V's. Yo, I don't know none about that, but I heard they just drill on raps. And I heard you been dropping my name, fuck fame lad, I'm keeping up tab. I don't fuck with lads, but my main ones get busy like that. Yeah, my main ones be gripping them gads, and my main ones just doing up laps. Yo, mix and rap it, this trap life became a habit. This thing's been blowing my phone, and I pray that the cops ain't tap it. From way back when, been running with them, put that on my mothers. When I get that bread, gon' break that bread between my brothers, yeah. And I heard it you down, you ride for the gang, come do it again. They said I'm a miss, I'm trying to not this, cause I did it again. Did it again, cause I did it again. Cause I did it again, cause I did it again. I know none but that side they heard about me. I'm with a gang, them doing OT. I'm on the north side just packing all V's. I got double C's in my tracksuit from info, this shit's for free. I ain't never been to parade, but I stuffed these packs in Louis V's. And now they preach like peace and love. Like why act tough if you gon' see us and drop your nuts? They don't play with us, OPB's just running amok. OP cops, I swear they are dogs. Shift that gear, lift them in a dust. New night fleece. When I mash that work, got stripes and knees. I trap indeed. When I hit them res, got wipes and bees. Packs straight Japanese, packs of leaves. I know they ain't taxing these. I'm back with fees, back with G's, and cause I'm taxing all. You got stacks in walls, packs of fours, go ahead and just crack some doors. My bro got balls, so he pull up a chase in the Hilux 4x4. So you talk about drills, you should tell him about all the times we'd run. And we're chasing these bills, wouldn't tell him about all the crimes we've done. I know none but that side they heard about me. I'm with a gang, them doing OT. I'm on the north side just packing all V's. I got double C's in my tracksuit from info, this shit's for free. I ain't never been to parade, but I stuffed these packs in Louis V's.
All right, guys, that was That Side, lit track. It's awesome. What have you got coming up in I don't know, in the near future and in the far future?
I won't say too much, but I'm definitely starting to plan my EP that I want to be dropping sometime soon. Hopefully maybe at the end of the year or early next year.
Mm-hmm.
And after that side, I've got a track coming out with Solo Cholo. That's another artist here from Sydney, from Blacktown.
Awesome.
Shout out to Solo. Got a banger track coming out with him soon, so you guys don't have to wait that long. Obviously, after that side, maybe 6 weeks at the tops.
Yeah, lit. So we'll have to stay Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. And where do you see yourself? Well, hopefully there won't be COVID anymore and we'll be able to travel. But where do you see yourself? You know, in summer for Australia, summer 2021.
I want to be on that. I want to be on that stage. I want to be on that stage and just, you know what I'm saying, performing for everyone out there and just having a good time and let the fruits from all the work come out.
Yeah.
All the work that we've been putting in, you know.
That's awesome.
I'm not expecting too much, you know. That's it.
Yeah, we got to keep it on the low down, but we're all just definitely staying tuned and staying there because you've got heat dropping and heat that's already dropped. So that's awesome.
I appreciate you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Look, where can everyone find you on social media and everything?
So,
drop those ads.
On Instagram, I've just got Instagram right now. I ain't got no Twitter, none of that. Instagram just Skenzo, SKENZO. You find that, and on YouTube it's just Skenzo, it's just SKENZO as well.
Awesome.
And just follow me on Insta, and you can stay tapped into everything I'm dropping.
Awesome.
A lot of flyer coming out soon.
That's lit. Well, look, thank you so much for being on the show. You know, I know you're busy promoting your track everywhere, and so thank you for being on the show. So, you know, your music can get worldwide, and, you know, our US listeners can know more about you. And so we'll definitely be following your journey and seeing what's coming up for you and following you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Shout out to everyone there. Thanks for having me on, and stay tapped into the music.
For sure. Thank you. And that was Skenzo. Thank you so much for being on the show.
All good. Thank you guys.
Sounds ideal.
And that was an interview with Skenzo. He has just dropped That Side. You guys need to go and download it legally, of course. And he's got new heat dropping in the upcoming weeks as well. So go give him a follow and stick around for more hot tracks and heat on DBN radio tonight, 6 to 8 p.m.
Trying to make sure that the money comes endless. You bad bees trying to rock with us, cause I heard I'm a double O member. We smoke ups in blunts, so if they ask then we don't remember. The shotgun comes long like Slender. Them late nights they were doing up benders. We was out there doing breaking enters, trying to make sure that the money comes endless. Yo, they can't say my name. Young 16 had drip, way back then he don't need no fame. Them late nights on the main, summertime but we made it rain. Yo, we just ain't the same. Feds trying to put me in chains, so if you see me, don't yell my name. Yo, I told bro that we can go in the AM, but I need that scandal. Bad beef from the bendo, doing OT, cause she bend her back though. They don't know about back roads, onto back roads, till we get that bag, bro. Press play, don't slip or lack, bro. Got young boys on your head like an afro. Bro said he's missing these streets, well-known driller, can't wait till he's back, bro. They know about me, pull up on streets, fly boy like Astro. Tryna leave these streets from the back road, so I put trust in God and my Rambo. Don't get done up on the meds like Blanco, told bro tune, now he's doing up ankle. The bad bees tryna rock with us, cause I heard I'm a double O member. We smoke ups in blunts, so if they ask then we don't remember. The shotgun comes long like Slender. Them late nights they were doing up benders. We was out there doing breaking enters, trying to make sure that the money comes endless. Yo,
Throw the ass and clap, cause that nigga try and make it rain. You ain't spin that coupe, little nigga better stay in your lane. Just hop out the car, inflict that pain. Now we ain't the same, it's that your hoe try and give me brain. Yo, I'm not a double O member, but remember we gon' handle this biz. Cops locked up my niggas, I'm on visitors trying to grant that wish. When I shoot my shot, I don't miss, I'm in a banda getting paid off this. You're on the wing like Bellerin, I'm in a tea house getting topped by Lynn.
The bad bees tryna rock with us, cause I heard I'm a double O member. We smoke ups in blunts, so if they ask then we don't remember. The shotgun comes long like Slender. Them late nights they were doing up benders. We was out there doing breaking enters, trying to make sure that the money comes endless. Yo, cause I heard I'm a double O member.
You're on DBN Radio. That was Young Six featuring Skenzo, double O member. Now don't forget, if you're an up and coming artist or if you're an artist, send us through your tracks to contact@audieb.com and we'll feature them and play them on DBN Radio on Straight Outta Worldwide.
Hey, Castro go crazy.
Yeah, we gone. Stop, we good. Stop, chill, we on. Chill, scale, let's go. Let's go. Domingo, let's go. Take, let's go. Set, let's roll. Straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. You don't get shit straight, you don't straighten it. In this game, sit back, be patient. Niggas act like the game went vacant. Niggas act like some been taken. What? Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. Been kicking shit popping out daily. On the island, it's a movie I'm making. I'm counting the Neros with Robert De Niro. He telling them that you're amazing. Put that shit on. Nigga get shit on. I bought 2 whips and I put my bitch on. She put this wrist on. She factory said it went rich and meal prone. Turn a pandemic into a pandemic. You know that's the shit that we on. Them niggas gon' pull up and L at the shit that's together. Won't fuck with you, homes. I don't do the fake kicking. There go a rocket, it's taking it. It's a problem with you, then we straightening it. Swap out the cap, put a demon in it. Upgrade the band up, put fiends in it. I got some shooters you ain't seen with me. We're running shit back, I just seen tenant. We gonna get straight. Straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. You don't get shit straight, you don't straighten it.
You don't get shit straight if you don't straighten it. No, I'm the type to sit back and watch patient. Do a trick with the stick, it's amazing. In the bando, chopping out bacon. Lows on like I'm starring in the Matrix. I keep the cookie like my grandma made it. I keep the keys and the pounds and the babies. And the bricks came white like shady. Drive the Lambo through the avenue. Pretty little bit with an attitude. Give a shout out to them white boys. All white rolls look radical. Keep you a 5, don't let them take it. If they get charged, you gotta get straight. I got your up, I give them a facelift. My niggas lurking and spending the day shift. I got them rat when you see me. Rack ass. Spin back to back, it's a repeat. Championship, it's a 3-piece. Shoot out the window like Drizzy and Freaky. I keep it on me, believe me. Yes, sir. I be up high where the trees be. I go and put on so much of this ice. They say don't touch me, you gon' freeze me.
Straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. You don't get shit straight, you don't straighten it.
Get my straightening, automatic handgun like the Navy. I keep 100 round drum, ain't fading. Turn a nigga to a mummy with a pavement. Terminate him with the money, you a grave. Spin an op block, rock about baby. Made it talk stop, made it mama hate me. We were trapping at the spot, out the base. Tasmanian devil, we spin on your block. Spin, I pop a perk and I'm going berserk. And I woke up and bought me a job. Like fuck it, straight to the point, I get straight to the straight. And your buddy, he can't even walk. We gutted them, nobody talk. We gutted new color, then start to fall. New trapping and hustling, beat down the walls. On with the stepper, Northside rapper. Don't keep a Mac in the back of the Tesla. On with the gang, we can never be selfish. Watch how I dress, I'm the dripping professor. Saw the kill tech, then I bought a compressor. Kill time to press them, eat them for breakfast. Taught them a lesson, I'm never confessing. Never my message, somebody stretch them.
Straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. You don't get shit straight, you don't straighten it. Yeah, don't nothing get straightening but straightening. You feel me? I don't know what y'all think going on out there, but you know what I mean? We straight.
This is straight out of Worldwide on DBN Radio with Audie B.
DJ Noise.
You see them great clouds, I might fuck around, drop the top in the rain. For the squad, we don't play around, we'll lay him down, hit his top close range. He just pretend he not with the gang. Remember back then, I said out what he bang. Running from Jake's block high like I'm Wayne. Spend a $250,000 on the watch and the chain. I'm just trying to put a lock on the game. Hot shit from this Glock when it flame. Young nigga up now, remember back then niggas clown on me. Now from the heaven gates, only way a nigga looking down on me. Keep at least 200,000 on me, keep at least like 30 rounds on me. When my niggas to the wheels fall off, don't care if my ride don't eat. Gucci slides, Versace rolls, palm trees, exotic hoes. Snitching, he can't right his wrongs. Once he play that right role, slime shit, we wipe his nose. Fans watching my strike a pose. Do a hit, take flight, we gone. We just take the dice and roll. So you see them great clouds, I might fuck around, drop the top in the rain. For the squad, we don't play around, we'll lay him down, hit his top close range. He just pretend he not with the gang. Remember back then, I said out what he bang. Running from Jake's block high like I'm Wayne. Spend a $250,000 on the watch and the chain. I'm just trying to put a lock on the game. Hot shit from this Glock when it flame.
Soon as I touch down, then put
pussy feds be hot on me. Heard niggas got money out on my head, tell them come crown a king. Let the work dog out for 14 days, that's quarantine. I pour my heart out before my lean, baby, no R&B. 6'6" deuce, my pyro, big suit, woo, slam my groove, slash, slash, slash. I shoot, white piss nose, God bless you. Black, 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 I'm not through. Rat, tat, tat, duck, duck, goose. 2 big guns on me for the smoke, that's Uncle Snoop and Martha Stew. Call me Cavallati, big Slamalini, little Slam Gotti. That ain't the Guinea, little bitch, that's a Gotti. Promethazine, a P on the Wami, I high fettuccine from the better rallies. I'm like Rick Pitino or Jack Calipari, I'm leading my team, yeah, right to the finals. That money talking and we talking private, I'm the correspondent. Hold on, Gucci slides and Versace rolls, I slide a nigga, I slide a hoe. I bang on anybody gang and I ball with all my slime and nose on gang, gang on Holly Grove, no plain Jane, I smoke Zario. And when the rain came, I put the top down under the dark clouds, I'm shiny gold. You to the gray clouds, I might fuck around and drop the top in the rain. For the squad, we don't play around, we'll lay him down, hit his top close range. He just pretending not with the gang. Remember back then, as an out with the bang. Running from Jets, black hot like I'm Wayne. Spend a whole meal on the watch and the chain. I'm just trying to put a lock on the game. Hot shit from this Glock when it flames. Polo G, Tunchi Elite, yeah.
I bought a wipe and take her. Had to creep through the night in the spaceship. We was running outside from the Jake. Now I put a lot of ice in the face. Keep a lot of shooters in the cut. And I got a ride with a tug up. Gave 100 rats on my brother. Pop out the check, I'ma fuck up. And I got the whole hood on gold. Look at my neck, my wrist, my pinky on fraud. Stunnerman, drip, drip down to my toe. Still pull up in the road. Got it for ride when I drive through the hill. All of my niggas outside for real. I'm about to shit on niggas diarrhea. There's a lot of fake niggas, I'ma die real. I be hanging outside with gorillas. Lost my dog, wanna die with my nigga. Niggas rather be fly than realer. And if the ops wanna slide, get hit up. I'm in the game for the dirty. My right hand keep a 30 clip. I done did some time with the murderer. I ain't gotta shine on purpose. Platinum every time I put out. Trap house looking like cookout. He creeping up, get a red dot. Headshot. I bought a wipe and take her. Had to creep through the night in the spaceship. We was running outside from the Jake. Now I put a lot of ice in the face. Keep a lot of shooters in the cut. And I got a ride with a tug up. Gave 100 rats on my brother. Pop out the check, I'ma fuck up. And I got the whole hood on gold. Look at my neck, my wrist, my pinky on fraud. Stunnerman, drip, drip down to my toes. Still pull up in the road.
Kept a slingshot on 80 shit. Sherwood and all my whips. Do it big, that label shit. Creative shit, but stay hood rich. That's how we lace this shit. Get money, stay break a bitch. At the top of hill, another shootout with 100 mil. We weigh that shit. Chanel bag jurors be 100 or more. And I got my whole hood on go. Bird call, I hit a lace, then got ghosts. Rich nigga, Roberta Cavalli, marble floors.
I bought a wipe and take her. Had to creep through the night in the spaceship. We was running outside from the Jake. Now I put a lot of ice in the face. Keep a lot of shooters in the cut. And I got a ride with a tug up. Gave 100 rats on my brother. Pop out the check, I'ma fuck up. And I got the whole hood on gold. Look at my neck, my wrist, my pinky on fraud. Stunnerman, drip, drip down to my toes. Still pull up in the road.
Stunnerman, bulletproof, calling that chrome, hot bust down. I weigh underhand, spent a couple 100 bands. That was just for the band, put a dirty 100 grand up in the laundry bag. Bout to pop another Zan, bout to smoke 100 grams. I'ma be who I am, you're not what I am. Lit like the light at the end of the tunnel, man. But the light just might be a train coming, man. I had to spend some money to win some money. I had the rooftop down, but still had the tents up on it. Weed so good, I tensed up on it. Lil' hoe trying to inch up on me, want my bitch up on me. Rose gold look like ketchup on me. I let that chopper ring with no holy matrimony. All red like Patrick on me. Red bone got her lashes on me. I can't even sleep tight without a million cash inside the mattress, homie. Told Bay I'm in the booth, you gon' have to play with the pussy on FaceTime. Just found out the president I voted for was already dead, slum.
Shout out a wipe and take her. Had to creep through the night in the spaceship. We was running outside from the Jake. Now I put a lot of ice in the face. Keep a lot of shooters in the cut. And I got a ride with a tug up. Gave 100 rats on my brother. Pop out the check, I'ma fuck up. And I got the whole hood on gold. Look at my neck, my wrist, my pinky on fraud. Stunnerman, drip, drip down to my toes. Still pull up in the road.
I love flipping wet. I love flipping wet.
This is straight out of Worldwide on DBN Radio.
I can't see a damn thing fake. I can't see a damn thing fake.
Yeah, they like Stevie. They can't see me. They won't beat me. I'm in that guinea. With like zucchini. Wanna feed you. It ain't need me. She won't please me. Cause she need me. Her like me. They like mine. 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 Yeah, we shoot at helicopters. Monsters. We pull up with sticks and hella chop. We don't fuck with niggas, they the cops. I put my heart and soul into the Glock. Bitch, us, never them. You ain't that, bitch, I'm him. You get zapped if it's static. You get mad, it go pew. Smoking gas, smell the fume. In that vet, it go fume. I'm a vet, little dude. You a pet, do what I say, not what I do. Tell him sick. Bitch, come here. I just seen some niggas down the block that ain't from here. No, I got a lot, but I need some damn more, yeah. If I catch the ops, then I'm up in the damn score, yeah.
Listening into DBN Radio, straight out of Worldwide, 6 to 8 p.m. on Wednesdays with Audie B.
I can't see a damn thing fake. I can't see a damn thing fake.
Yeah, they like Stevie. They can't see me. They won't beat me. I'm in that guinea. With like zucchini. Wanna feed you. It ain't need me. She won't please me. Cause she need me. Her like me. They like mine. Her like me. She like mine. Her like me. She like mine. Her like me. She like mine. No doubt. She like gunning. Man, I need it. She taste like water. Oh, I need it. Come get your daughter. She too greasy. She so neat. I'm not vegan. I'm gon' eat it. I bet you I beat it. I put on a bus. I had to see it. I put on a bus. I'ma leave the whole bleeding. I'ma leave the whole geeking. Have it gone by the weekend. Got too much water. She got me leaking. She got me leaking. I'm on the deep end. I'm on the deep end. Yeah.
I can't see a damn thing fake. I can't see a damn thing fake.
Yeah, they like Stevie. They can't see me. They won't beat me. I'm in that guinea. With like zucchini. Wanna feed you. It ain't need me. She won't please me. She need me. Her like me. They like mine. Her like me. They like mine. Her like me. They like mine. Her like me. They like mine.
DJ Noise.
Off-white on the G-Phazos. Her love's dead, thinking he's a halo. I'm in my head, damn it, I think too much. Now I'm getting tear stains on the bank roads. Bro said if she wanna leave, I should let go. Heart saying if she leave, we going with her, let's go. I don't wanna let go. Girl from 734. Time heals all wounds, but time can leave the nastiest scars. This happened too soon. I'm starting to think I don't know who you are. Pills get popped as your love gets stopped. You just sit and watch as I wheeze and cough. I can't breathe at all. I can't breathe it off. I can't breathe with all the pain involved. Off-white on the G-Phazos. Her love's dead, thinking he's a halo. I'm in my head, damn it, I think too much. Now I'm getting tear stains on the bank roads. Bro said if she wanna leave, I should let go. Heart saying if she leave, we going with her, let's go. I don't wanna let go. Girl from 734. In the studio, get high with the
I gotta deal with this heart-throbbing pain again. The pain feel like it never go away. Girl, never say you can't. Forgive me for my mistakes. You do things to make me ache, but I love you so much I'll wait for however long it takes. Off-white on a G-Phasos. Her love's dead, thinking he's a halo. I'm in my head, damn it, I think too much. Now I'm getting tear stains on the bank roads. Bro said if she wanna leave, I should let go. Heart saying if she leave, we going with her, let's go. I don't wanna let go. Girl from 734. Off-white on a G-Phasos. Her love's dead, thinking he's a halo. I'm in my head, damn it, I think too much. Now I'm getting tear stains on the bank roads. Bro said if she wanna leave, I should let go. Heart saying if she leave, we going with her, let's go. I don't wanna let go. Girl from 734.
I got ice water, I be freezing. Paid 100,000, would you believe it? I'm a big baller, show you the meaning. New Hellcat, start off in a theme. I got ice water, I be freezing. Paid 100,000, would you believe it? I'm a big baller, show you the meaning. New Hellcat, start off in a theme. Pull up drop top, spin a bag of Neiman's. Why you cock block, boy, your ass on defense. Little shorty whack, got her in the deep end. I'm a triple threat, switching up the sequence. We gon' ball out, no we gon' ball out, nigga. I put the gang on, so who you tryna call out, nigga? You mad you take L's, we can never be all niggas. I'm on a new wave and I can't even see y'all niggas. I got 1, 2, 3, too many bitches on my line. Let her suck this D, she feel for it all the time. Up on the up spot 3, they can't get no overtime. I just made a masterpiece, now she feeling more alive. Let me know, I just bought a pound that I'ma smoke before the show. I ain't show her love because I knew she was a hoe. I walk inside Dior, smelling like 10 pounds of dope. Spent 5,000 on some clothes, that ain't nothing. I got ice water, I be freezing. Paid 100,000, would you believe it? I'm a big baller, show you the meaning. New Hellcat, start off in a theme. I got ice water, I be freezing. Paid 100,000, would you believe it? I'm a big baller, show you the meaning. New Hellcat, start off in a theme.
I rock big ice, but I can't stare from the dirt. Got my chopper squeeze, play games, you get hurt. Got your bitch with me, yeah, that whole flirt. From that city where you talk loud and your ass get murked. Say my brother name in vain, put you on a shirt. Same niggas tryna gang bang, used to damn jerk. Always say you rap the gang gang, boy you used to twerk. Jumped off the porch at 10 streets, took me like a perk. I was rich, now I'm richer, went and bought a damn fork. New kicks, Master Rich and Millie, put the lamb in sport. He ain't lame, hit him with that flame, hollow tips for dorks. What they say, hit him with that Drake, shaking back and forth.
I got ice water, I be freezing. Paid 100,000, would you believe it? I'm a big baller, show you the meaning. New Hellcat, start off in a theme. I got ice water, I be freezing. Paid 100,000, would you believe it? I'm a big baller, show you the meaning. New Hellcat, start off in a theme.
Touch like the one I caught her.
Damn, this shit exclusive.
Ayy, never send a threat on the internet just to prove a point that this and don't get into that. We leaving that to the informants. Don't inform me about who informing, that's your final warning. 76 to sting like a bumblebee, he start transforming. See your homies on the drip, but they ain't never make it back. Shoot up the scat, we left it flat, he died on the impact. My shooter here, gym rat, but never mentioned till we crack. We put you where the news at, I bet his family viewed that. Slide by myself before I call a nigga. My fingernails dirty cause I'm still a grave digger. And we ain't capping on wax if we never pulled the trigger. And goon steady putting Jimmy Glow up in his swisher. Never been the one to say today I'm the one clutching on the Drake. Make sure he don't get away or
off the only thing I chase. In the full race, the back of his neck hit the ground to decay. Walk up to him, see Gray stood over, put one in his face. Murking what my soul say, I'm sliding with this throw away my heater for a cold day. Leave a nigga in disarray. Better stay up in the house like the nigga from That's So Raven. Catch that nigga walking out, we in the bushes, we been waiting. Never send a threat on the internet just to prove a point that this and don't get into that. We leaving it to the informants. Don't inform me about who informing, that's your final warning. 76, you sting like a bumblebee, he start transforming. See your homies on the drip, but they ain't never make it back. Shoot up this cat, we left it flat, he died on the impact. My shooter here, gym rat, but never mentioned till we crack. We put you where the news at, I bet it's family view. They smiling on my mugshot, cause I know my bun money good. I ain't miss a heartbeat, I'm out the next day, it's understood. To the Broward County police, lick my nuts and suck my wood. First they tray a nigga, you start mugging, wish a nigga would. Doing donuts in the SIT, I crashed into a tree. Rolls truck the next week, money ain't been shit to me. Riding with a full clip, but the gas tank gon' eat. Sliding like a cruise ship, wet you up like a jet ski. Living to 103, that's the OG graping me. Auntie wanna pray for me, better pray for my enemies. Life had gave me limits, so I start clutching the lemon squeeze. Had an AR-15 and 2 Glock 223s. Never send a threat on the internet just to prove a point that this and don't get into that. We leaving it to the informants. Don't inform me about who informing, that's your final warning. 76, you sting like a bumblebee, he start transforming. See your homies on the drip, but they ain't never make it back. Shoot up this cat, we left it flat, he died on the impact. My shooter here, gym rat, but never mentioned till we crack. We put you where the news at, I bet his family viewed that.
What you tryna do? We missing the work, why me turn one into a two? Turn a half to a whole, whipping in that bowl. Got my fingers froze. Classic, 50, be mixing, whipping chickens. Purple knuckle, baby girl, Berlina, St. Kenneth. Double G, my Gucci buckle, I been kicking, pimping. Syrup sipping, fuck, I just crashed another screen. You a bitch from Massachusetts, put my dick up in it. Try that to a turning grizz, I left the court without no sentence. They done got me started, oh, but no, the fuck they didn't. You can spit it on Javinci, boy, I need a fucking whipping.
Max Sauce. Damn. Max Sauce.
If I get a head start, you might break your rims. My first year in the trap, and my shit jump out the gym. 3-5 or better in the wood, don't come around with them skins. I swim in deep water with sharks, and that little boy, he run with shrimps. Hey, Wacky got me leaning, hey, pussy got me dreaming. Hey, I'm known around the world, so yeah, my name is ringing. Hey, got the call, my chain's pinking. Hey, OB and come through sting. Don't speak on shit that you done seen. But save your mouth so you can't scream today.
Swerving through the hills, I'm sipping, walking, crashing wrong. Got a hottie, give me toppy, make me swear like Ricky Bobby. Got a 50 in my pants, I like to flex on anybody. They say my bitch up in the party, well I'm gonna crash the party. I got these bitches freaked out up in the D, I'm showing body.
I'm in that brand new SIT, I just might crash the bitch. What? Big walk, this ain't no actress. Shirt from Neiman Marcus, and some Saks Fits. I'm scouting soldiers for my army, I'm on my drive shit.
For my sin, I shot a lot of niggas, not pretend. I don't fake niggas, I don't need friends. I shoot a pussy nigga at the fucking end. End of the gun line, a bitch nigga. At the end of the trigger is a rich nigga. Don't show no love, got that cold heart. Shoot you in your face, I show you ain't hard. I heard a lot of niggas say that they up. You know slime ball, he don't give a fuck. I be up in my fucking own lane. You come up in my lane, I put you in the diamond lane. Crash diamond, crash niggas. I got young niggas that pull up, they'll smash niggas. You got 2,000 to your name, that ain't no money, nigga. I put 2,000 on your head, my shooters coming, nigga. They love money, nigga, young and love dapping, nigga. I got young nigga, they got that high fever. Got that fever on his side, baby, believe, bro. Got that gun on his side, he gon' squeeze, bro. Y'all nigga that can hide when he see ya. They don't wanna be, bruh. When it comes to money, man, I know that they don't see us. We get too money, dog, they don't wanna be, bruh. They don't wanna be, bruh. Y'all ain't better believe, bruh. Them niggas killing shit, yeah, over here, nigga. East Atlanta, you know we don't have no fear, nigga. Number real nigga right here will get your ass killed, nigga. Can you forgive me for my sin? I shot a lot of niggas, not pretend. I don't fake niggas, I don't need friends. I shoot a pussy nigga at the fucking end. End of the gun line, a bitch nigga. At the end of the trigger is a rich nigga. Don't show no love, got that cold heart. Shoot you in your face, I show you you ain't hard. We don't do that fake rap shit, real trap shit. We don't do that fake beef shit, we make shit happen. Niggas getting really wrapped up, no rap shit. Round here you better talk a gun, nigga, clap shit, clap shit. Young nigga 17, Glock 19, and they got a red beat, and he got that red band down around his head. Murder always on his mind, and he banging 2 gun, murder all the time. Murder, smoke some, yeah, nigga roll up. On the block where they post up. Jay out here geeking, doing the hold up. Tell your bitch to hold up. Don't get some money right now, bitch, I don't wanna fuck. Came in later on that perk, I be geeked up. Out my mind, yeah, bitch, I'ma beat you up. Bring a freak to the spot, you can eat her up. Hold, do what you do when you tell them to, cause you're up. Oh, that what's up. Got that when I got that money when I got up. Can you forgive me for my sin? I shot a lot of niggas, not pretend. I don't fake niggas, I don't need friends. I shoot a pussy nigga at the fucking end. End of the gun line, a bitch nigga. At the end of the trigger is a rich nigga. Don't show no love, got that cold heart. Shoot you in your face, I show you you ain't hard. I said, give me the bread.
Only run with steppers, can't do a weak body. Only V8s and V12s when we ride it. Bad bitch, she ride it, eh. I gotta fuck with the gang, know he sliding. Rip the ops, gotta put clips on ops. Fucking with rich niggas won't hit licks, hit for stops. All of the whips convertible, tell her to pick the drop. And I take a nigga life before I take a bitch to shop. Only do the red keys and the dead body, but I stretch her out on the bed sheet. Before I fucking know that I ask her for the head, please. Get the nigga dead, please. 10K, get the whip flip, that's a rip stick, dead G's, dead Glock. Now I ain't on money, but I'm down to make the bed rock. I'ma roll up the pussy, watch the game, roll the dead out. Told the bitch the head rock, know the beat not her head bop. And I'm a clean nigga, but you know I like the head slop. Slide when we headshot. I'm a fan of the green bean, don't do the red dots. I'm the type of nigga, give a dick, I'ma make her legs lock. And I still run a nigga down, I'm tryna headshot. I'm hitting head shot, tell the nigga don't play. Nigga hard for me, send shots right where you lay. No, I keep my distance, won't call it, I'm on the way. I'm tryna see body. And only man I feel is God, cause they know we body. Yeah, they know we body. Only run with steps, can't do a weak body. Only V8s and V12s when we ride it. Bad bitch, she ride it, eh. And I gotta fuck with the gang, know he sliding. Rip the ops, gotta put clips on ops. Fucking with rich niggas won't hit licks, hit for stops. All of the whips convertible, tell her to pick the drop. And I take a nigga life before I take a bitch to shop.
2 weapons stuffed in my Mary, these ain't Levi's. Knew I felt to hold a gun when I was knee high. Uncle Ray let me hold his 38 whenever we ride. At the age of 5 back then, ain't understand, I ain't see why. And the nigga damn sure never saw me rap. Either way it go, they gon' have to catch me with that 5 no lack. Quit front your move, ain't none of y'all bitch ass niggas pop no action. I get mad, this bitch come off my hip and wet up your starter jacket. And the niggas I'm with gon' step on any other nigga that saw it happen. Hope these little niggas know, every nigga around me done did it before. I kill you at my show, 225,000 get me out the door. $500,000 or more, I make her cry me a river before we get close. Need to give me a boat.
Tell the nigga don't play. Nigga hard for me, send shots right where you lay. No, I keep my distance, won't call it, I'm on the way. I'm tryna see body. And only man I feel is God, cause they know we body. Yeah, they know we body. Only run with steps, can't do a weak body. Only V8s and V12s when we ride it. Bad bitch, she ride it, eh. And I gotta fuck with the gang, know he sliding. Rip the ops, gotta put clips on ops. Fucking with rich niggas won't hit licks, hit for stops. All of the whips convertible, tell her to pick the drop. And I take a nigga life before I take a bitch to shop.
Yeah. Throw your ex up if you buy your figures. No street shit, nah, we just poppin', nigga. Like some bottles, yeah, you know we got some models with us. Yeah, if there's a time, it's the time to get up. I'm a jacket like I'm rockin' denim. See that beamin' Benz, ooh, shit, I gotta get em. Wear slitty ass shit up, Holly with us. That's why salty niggas always steady tryna get us. Tryna get up. Yeah, that double R gon' have your head spinning. I been winning, gon' break records like my name Guinness. This ain't a scrimmage, you ain't around, you can't rock with us. All these arms is extended like an octopus. I like my sons in cash, watch it go and pile up. Throw it in the air and count it up. My dog from the kennel, so I just pound them up. So hot from smoking all these pounds of kush. I try to warn niggas, but you know they bound to push. I can never move how a snake move. I couldn't relate to niggas like that, cause they is just gon' stay fooled. Making they way through, check to check. Heavy metal on my neck just to protect my neck. Make money and never stress, I am the king of finesse. Told them not to try me, but they tend to love to press the issue. Fuck around, it gon' be the next to get you. They seeing what you got, they ain't the first. Throw your ass up if you buy your figures. No street shit, nah, we just poppin', nigga. Like some bottles, yeah, you know we got some models with us. Yeah, if there's a time, it's the time to get up. I'm a jacket like I'm rockin' denim. See that beamin' Benz, ooh, shit, I gotta get em. Wear slitty ass shit up, Holly with us. That's why salty niggas always steady tryna get us. Tryna get up, yeah. Hours of delegation regarding my presentation, considering the effect it'll have on my expectations. Started from the bottom, so I know no limitations. So many balls in my head, you think I be fighting them cases. I'm anxious, but I'm sanctioned, and I'm patient. Giving my all for bitches, tell me that I ain't shit. Yeah, I ride for my niggas, ask me. Go get fly with my niggas, we flee. I'm doing suicides, either leather on the sheets. Big crib, marble table, cause we finna go and feed. I'm tryna live it up, cause one day I'ma be deceased. Valentino's on, make sure they increase. Big stockholder, yeah, I'm hoping it's increased. Yeah, off the private island right next to the beach. Wifey in the cribble cannot fuck with a tree storm. I'm the chosen one in the matrix, feeling like Neo. Yo, X up if you buy your figures. No street shit, nah, we just poppin', nigga. Like some bottles, yeah, you know we got some models with us. Yeah, if there's a time, it's the time to get up. I'm a jacket like I'm rockin' denim. See that beamin' Benz, ooh, shit, I gotta get em. Wear slitty ass shit up, Holly with us. That's why salty niggas always steady tryna get us. Tryna get up, yeah. See that beamin' Benz, ooh, shit, I gotta get em. Wear slitty ass shit up, Holly with us. That's why salty niggas always steady tryna get us. Tryna get up, yeah.
Okay, no help, nigga. I'm straight. Where it at? On the way. Pray to God every day, we straight. We go up, they don't stop. Down the street, tell a nigga come cop. Blue lights don't care, we don't stop. I can't wait till we all at the top.
Yeah, I'm my bed right now and I'm chillin'. In 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 my bed right now and I'm chillin'.
Brother the smoker the 4-5. Cordy and friend got 4 eyes. Tied 100 bands like bow tie. Stood up for the hoes like 4 times. I'm in the back of the Beamer. I'm in the back of the Rolls. I done got hundreds and 50s on bitches. Now I'm tracking the hoes. Everything I do dramatic. Pay for the verse and I spend it in magic. Jump out a person and carry that steady. That ain't my dog if he snitching and red. I love a hoe who get down and who rich. I got Balenci all over the fabric. Sit in the front cause I carry the talent. Taking your bitch if I want it, I have it. Count the money, put it by the window. Paying at the door, he ain't kinfolk. Phone ring twice, you're 10-fold. Make a hoe sick, you're sick hoe. I got a B in the front. You to be stand for the bank hoe. I got a bitch in the bankroll. This how the shit in the gang.
Yeah, in my bed right now and I'm chillin'. 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 I don't go back and forth with a bitch, she can have it. I'm a firstborn, fuck up shit so tragic. Make shit disappear like a nigga do magic. And I got a couple O's, fresh shit, no tax. Work 365 and I'm still living fine. I don't like no books, that's a waste of my time. I don't like how she act, even though she a dime. With a face on 10, attitude on 5, like hold up, bitch. No, I'm not crazy. Talk to myself, cause I know God hear me. Me against the world, can't no one change me. Yeah, we fucked up, run up on we. Like be a bitch, never came up rich. Being with the same niggas and I swear they never switch. Got 3 times 2, leave a nigga in the ditch. And I dress like a bum and I still kill a fish. Yeah, in my bed right now and I'm chillin'. 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 In my bed right now and I'm chillin'.
she done made some plans with my dick. Ay, she going ham on my dick. Ay, sitting on stand on my dick. Ay, she going ham on my, she going ham on my, she going ham on my dick. Ay, she made some plans with my dick. Ay, sitting on stand on my dick. Ay, using no hands on my dick. Ay, she made some plans on my dick tonight. She not with him tonight. She not with Jim tonight. She in the gym tonight. Work out in that pussy. Ay, I'm getting ripped tonight. R.I.P. that pussy. Ay, I'm going in tonight. She like to sit on the car. Ay, she like to do it a lot. Ay, I make her scream for her mom. Ay, I make her scream for her pop. And she got that ice, baby, suck it, cock. Got me like a baby, please don't stop. Shawty getting freaky, going on that pinky. Shawty seen the icing and the chillin' of the pinky. And I got that ice, baby, on my pinky. Shawty said she like ready cause she freaky. Made some plans with my dick.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in next week, 6 to 8 p.m, wherever you'll be, at work, on the drive home, or at home on DBN Radio. And for some more hot interviews with amazing artists and hot tracks of the week. See you then.
They see you, but they shot you. Mama, Sita, keep you mine. Thought you hit the jackpot, but you crackpot. Lurk in the ghetto, ain't my motto. Get up off your game and aim for scan. I'm that little mommy you be searching to all along.